Hi, welcome to episode 16 of Wrestling Entertainment. I'm Sean Hyland.
I'm Resonator.
In this episode, we're going to be doing a fantasy booking of the Aces and Eights storyline in TNA.
Yes! Well, shut up. Now, with the Aces and Eights storyline, the way I'd book it is, first of all, I'd make creative well aware of the people I would actually book.
Yeah.
This would mean Garrett Bischoff, Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan, and Brooke Hogan would be fired. Now, I think the best way to go about the Aces and Eights storyline would be to create, first of all, who the people of TNA are and who the people are that they're going against. And for the Aces and Eights storyline, the thing I'd do is I'd bring in names that have an association with TNA. Not a no-name like Luke Gallows. Not some newbie like Wes Briscoe. Definitely not a Garrett Bischoff. Or a Mike Knox. Shit, man. Anyways, the people within TNA that I'd turn would definitely be James Storm. And the reason why I'd do that is I'd be reforming Planet Jarrett. And people would know about that stable from back in 2005, 2006. Jeff Jarrett, bringing Chris Harris, reform AMW within the stable. The other name I'd definitely put in there would be Abyss. He has to be there. He's TNA's biggest star that they've jobbed the shit out of by a mile. Now, other people I'd definitely bring in would be Scott D'Amore, and I'd have him bring back Petey Williams, Johnny Devine, anyone else from Team Canada in the past. I know A1's retired, so you can't do him. I'd definitely put Bobby Roode back in there. I think he'd be a great addition to Planet Jarrett stable, especially now in 2012. I'd bring back Daphne, because she was horribly let down by the company. And the people I'd have them going up against would be AJ Styles. He's always been the babyface of TNA. Aces and Eights is the heel stable. Definitely wouldn't have AJ part of that. Put AJ back with Christopher Daniels. I wouldn't include Samoa Joe in this thing at all. He's just someone that's bang in the middle. He can do his own thing on the side. I think Kazarian would be a great name to add to it. So Styles, Daniels, Kazarian alone, that's a pretty good selection for three guys that I'd definitely have going up against Aces and Eights. Now with Aces and Eights, about the size of the stable, it would definitely have to be more than 3 people, because, well, if you get 2 babyface tag teams and put them together, that outnumber the stable straight away. So at least 5 people, and I think with Jeff Jarrett, Bobby Roode, AMW reformed, Scott D'Amore, and a few Team Canada guys, that would be the best way to go about it. Other names I'd possibly bring back would be Lance Hoyt, mainly because he was a big name back in the 2005 era. He's a pretty big guy. He's pretty impressive. He was definitely over with the fans. Monty Brown.
Yeah.
Definitely him. Now, he's a Planet Jarrett original stable member. He's a guy that's definitely missing in the business today. And he can fuck people up real good. So, he's definitely like the sort of more dominating member I'd include in the stable. I think that alone, that'll be about 7 people. It's enough for a stable. I think TNA roster might be dwindling a little. I don't know who else I'd actually put going up against TNA. I wouldn't include the Dudley Boys. I wouldn't include anyone that's kind of the newcomer into the company. So, like a Mr. Anderson, if he's still there, I wouldn't have him go up against Rob Van Dam. Other earlier members I'd have him go up against might be maybe a Kurt Angle. He is kind of getting on a bit, but he's a maybe. What would you do with it?
Oh, is that you?
That's pretty much me.
Yeah. So are we sort of including some of the members that have already been in real life?
Yeah.
Okay,
anyone, but
okay.
the main thing I'd do with the Ace and Eights storyline is I'd reform Planet Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett has to be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot about Monty Brown. He might come into my plan now, actually.
There you go. How do you book it?
Yeah. To me, definitely Eric Bischoff, as much as you don't like it. Eric Bischoff is the head honcho. Jeff Jarrett is second in charge, I think. The Devon and Doc have worked out okay, I think. I wouldn't be against Mike Knox. He's definitely got misused in WWE, so if he got a good push in TNA, that would be all right. I do think, as a big long shot, I think that maybe turning AJ Styles into a heel and siding with Aces and Eights, the biggest shock of all because he's the face of TNA. So for him to stab them in the back, go to Aces and Eights, and then moan about how no title shot for 1 year, they've misused him, Hogan doesn't like him, all that, I think that would be good fuel for an AJ Aces and Eights alignment.
That could work.
Yeah. So I think that would be quite good. I would keep Hogan, Angle, and Sting on the TNA side. And yeah, thanks for the Monty Brown mention because yeah, I'll put him in there. I think he could definitely sort of make a resurgence in professional wrestling or sports entertainment again. You know, after being away for what, 5 years now? Yeah,
5 years.
that would be a good comeback. You know, basically there's this big thing in the ring, and then all of a sudden you see a pounce, and you're like, oh, who's that? And then of course he rips off the mask, and you're like, yeah, that would be cool for him to be an Aces and Eights. Yeah, I maybe sort of agree with you about AMW.
Yeah.
James Storm going into Aces and Eights. Yeah, and if you bring back Chris Harris, good.
Yeah, he's got himself in shape now.
Yeah, so AMW's part of it would be really good. Who else do we have?
Anything to do with Team Canada? Bobby Roode, Eddie Williams,
Yeah,
Eric Young.
Eric Young. Oh, funny. Yeah, you said Rude would be in it, hey?
Yeah,
Rude would be in Aces and
I'd
Eights.
put Roode in it with Team Canada.
I don't know. I would maybe go for a Rude face turn, and for some reason, and to stick up for TNA. So maybe I'd go with that. In terms of Abyss, yes, Abyss in Aces and Eights, without a doubt, 100%.
Where would you put Austin Aries?
Ooh, man. Austin Aries. Ooh. Sort of your position like Samoa Joe. I would put,
Keep him out.
yeah, I would maybe put Austin Aries borderline.
Yeah.
He might have some rivalries with Aces and Eights, and then some with TNA Originals, etc. Yeah, I'd definitely have Austin Aries in the middle, because he's just got the attitude he can go either way, like a neutral.
Chris Sabin.
Yeah, I don't really see him coming back to TNA, honestly.
Neither. He's changed a lot over the years as well.
Yeah. So Abysses and Aces and Eights, yep. Joseph Park, who knows I haven't seen him lately. He might dwindle away. But Abyss hasn't been seen. The thing that is about Abyss is that since the Aces and Eights storyline started, just after his anniversary, he has not been seen at all. So you'd put that two together, and it's probably pretty likely. Yeah, so I've sort of ran through the Aces and Eights thing. So then for TNA to go to war with them, I would say, yeah, Angle, Hogan, Sting, what else they got? RVD. Yeah, I would keep RVD there. I don't think he'd really suit Aces and Eights.
It's not really TNA going against Aces and Eights, isn't
it? Oh yeah. So sorry, Rude as well. So Rude, Angle, Sting, Hogan. With Storm being on the other, Storm and AJ being an Aces and Eights. That's not good for the TNA side.
Mr. Anderson, where's he been?
Yeah, he hasn't been seen lately. I would maybe, just through frustration with the company, I would maybe put Ken Anderson, Mr. Anderson, in Aces and Eights as well.
Matt Morgan, or someone on the side.
Yeah, Matt Morgan, question mark. I don't know. You can't really flood the Aces and Eights. You got to have someone on the TNA side. So Matt Morgan, question mark. But who was that? I was just talking about. Sorry.
Ken.
Yeah, I definitely would see the frustration in him not getting a push he deserved and siding with them, and I've got more power and stroke now, etc. So I mean, if you're going to have like AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, and not Bobby Roode, James Storm and Ken Anderson all in Aces and Eights, you've got a decent lineup there.
I'd definitely be going for Aces and Eights.
On that wash.
Talking about people that have frustration towards the company.
Where do you start?
Jerry Lynn.
Oh yeah,
I'd reform Planet Jarrett with Jerry Lynn involved for sure. No one must be more frustrated than that guy. No one.
Oh yeah, so who else did they have? Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. Ooh, I would. Yeah, just like Rude, I would consider them for a face turn now. I think. Kazarian and Daniels, they've been face heaps and they've been heel in the last calendar year. But I don't see them suiting the Aces and Eights type gimmick. So I think, sort of returning to their roots of let's stick up for TNA before it goes under or gets taken over. It'd be interesting to see Rude, Daniels, and Kazarian all faces, but that's what might make it compelling television.
Wait and see.
Yeah, I
Wait
mean,
and see.
what are we 6 months into the storyline and
And
it's
then we expose two people.
yeah. So I mean, it's got a long way to go, but definitely, it's always been my thing that Jeff Jarrett and Eric Bischoff are the top 2.
Just Jeff Jarrett, not Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yep. Okay. That's it for this episode of Wrestling Entertainment. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Google+, and Tout. See you in the next episode.
TNA sucks.